This is, I say, this is the beauty of the English countryside, when you can disappear down the trails, and the only decision you got to make is whether you're going to go north, south, east or west. Beautiful trails through the countryside, the smell of spring, the woods, lovely, virus free. Yeah, very interesting about Mr. Cummins. The police said he may have broken lockdown government standards, which obviously he did. You know, it says he went 30 miles on his wife's birthday on Easter Sunday to go and get his eyes tested. And they must honestly think we all need to go to Specsavers, that we're all blind, you know, to the shenanigans. One rule for one and one rule for everybody else. And that's always has been one of my qualms, you know, why can some people get away with frames and fixes? You know, assassination, blue murder, why? Because they can. And I say, sometimes you do have to disappear for all the right reasons. Certainly, yeah, and it's interesting, I think William was on TV tonight talking about mental health, which is quite funny in itself, especially when some people say that Prince Harry and Meghan, you know, have major mental health problems. And William and Prince Harry, their split personalities, not getting on at the moment. And the other thing that's interesting too, you know, according to Norfolk police, I'm meant to be, you know, the mad, deranged serial killer on the list, which is never the case. And yet, no problem at all running circles around there. Monster Black Bluff, big serial killer, porcupine lie. How are you, alright? Nice out here, isn't it?
It's actually gorgeous.
Yeah. You know your way home, alright?
Oh yeah.
So. And so if that was true, which is not the case, it's just a big black lie that they want everyone to believe is true. You know, how ironic would it be that someone who's meant to be mad and deranged, you know, with more bogus diagnoses than any serial killer, paedophile, rapist, ripper, mass murderer, terrorist that you can mention, past or present, you know, it's serving them up every day for the world to see. A big monster con that goes right to the top. And there again, if it was true, which is not, how bad would it be to use somebody who was mentally challenged, which I'm not, but if I was, how bad would that be to use somebody in that position of vulnerability to cover up a Sandringham estate Jack the Ripper crime? Yeah, it's alright. Yeah, they started there, get their heads together. But when you find, you're right there. Normally when I come in here, I don't see anybody. Tonight it's like people coming in all directions. You know, but how bad would that be to use somebody as a fool guy, thinking, oh, we, you know, can wrap him up in the black shroud of Sandringham to cover up a Sandringham estate crime, you know, send him off to the Bacon SS pork farm, Dr. Death's black pig pen, forced drugs, solitary confinement, throw away the key. And, you know, governments, when they think that they can just do whatever they want and they can get away with it, and people just turn a blind eye, bury their heads in the sand, you know, to what is really going on, until it's too late and until it involves them. And, you know, I mentioned in the past when the IPCC took up my case, even used the word framed. And normally, government departments don't use the word framed or lie or anything like that in their correspondence, but Mandy Liddon was backing me 100% from the Independent Police Complaints Commission. And that went before Stuart Craig at Norfolk Bacon SS Police Headquarters, and he wouldn't even register the complaint. And there was major, illegal action took place. Every Home Office guideline broken, denied a phone call, they were under arrest, denied a solicitor of my choice, told a duty solicitor wasn't available, because they wanted to spring their saw trap, Mr. Fixer, Inspector Bunton. Fabricating evidence, making evidence disappear, perverting the course of justice, physical assault. 4 officers in a cell for 15 minutes, which is clearly on my police report, wanting a piece of me. As I say, false imprisonment, all in the line of duty. And Stuart Craig wouldn't even register the complaint, so Mandy Liddon said to me, "Johnny, get the notes from where you were framed and detained under the Data Protection Act, and we're going to blow this police cover-up right out of the water." So I did, and sure enough, among the notes, that's interesting too, because I don't need drugs or medication or anything like that. And but all the forced drugs, I was forced 3 lots of one drugs, 3 lots of different drugs, and then 2 lots of drugs to counteract all the side effects of all the latest Mason SS zombie drugs that you're force injected with. But all the drug pages were all blacked out. They couldn't see what I'd been injected with. So it was. But there enough. In those notes was a letter sent by Peacock from Dis Police, signed by Inspector Blanton. So we had him banged to rights. Police inspector telling 2 blatant black lies, far bigger than Plebgate, in black and white. So I contacted Mandy Liddon. We got the new evidence. We could go for the appeal. Stuart Craig wouldn't register the complaint. Again, nothing to do about money. Just rattling Norfolk Police big serial killer cage. I got through to a Helen Anderson, who said, "Oh, Mandy Liddon, she's no longer with us." So I thought, that's strange. And so I had the right to appeal. And they said, "No, your case is closed." Just like Boris Johnson said with Mr. Cummins, "Oh, the case is closed." So even though I had the evidence I needed to prove that Mr. Fixer, Inspector Bunton, had told 2 blatant lies, in the big disc serial killer frame, case closed, door shut in your face. And so and just to finish with, the interesting thing was Inspector Bunton storming up to me in Mere Street, when I was talking to Rachel Atkinson, "We will fix you bot right, you're dealing with the wrong people," i.e. Dis Council, the Mayor, MEP, OBE, Lord Muppet Head McGregor, the Red Baron of Bullen, the MP. These were the wrong people, and they were going to fix me. I mean, he could have said frame, same thing. And sure enough, that's what they did, in their disc jigsaw, in the big disc jigsaw trap. But when he said that to me, like I ain't no problem to anybody, unless somebody is a big problem. Someone's got to be a big problem to me first. Then, like anybody, you have the right to defend yourself and make a stand, however you want to put it. But when he said these words, "We will fix you, bot right, you're dealing with the wrong people," and as I say, they did fix me. They buried me alive in their black box frame, in a very long, deep, dark black frame, and every monster black lie mixed into the black fix. But I thought, no, actually, you're dealing with the wrong person. Because if you think I'm going to roll over and I'm going to lay down and let you serve me up in this way, and you're going to get away with what you've done, and the big monster lies that you and all your cronies and spies and informers are pushing around this, well, we'll see. And I didn't have the internet at the time, but as I say now, all on the internet now for the world to see who is telling the truth there in black and white. My winning hand on the table for everyone to see. And what have they got? They've got a 23-year monster pile of Norfolk black pig shit, Africa dis Norwich Sandringham, full of black porky pie lies that they want everyone to swallow and believe is true. Just a big monster black bluff. As far as I'm concerned, all they have got is sip, zero, silch, a whole lot of nothing. And they cannot back up, the monster black lies. And they certainly know, because, after a meeting with John Keane, an independent consultant, sat and showed him all the evidence, we went through everything, all the bogus diagnosis that, had been put on my medical report, the Norfolk Bacon SS pork farm, Dr. Death's black pig pen. After 2 hours, he said, Johnny, there's nothing there at all. You do not have to disclose anything, declare anything on application forms. There's nothing there at all. And he said, in his opinion, he said, rural communities like this, market towns like this, are the worst for these kind of wicker basket, frames and fixers assassination. Where monster black lies are woven through a community, woven around somebody to set somebody up and assassinate somebody. So, there you go. But like I say, it's all online now. It's now had nearly 302,000 views, and that had 81,000 views before. So it's 380,000 views. There's books on Amazon. So again, not about money. Put it on there for the lowest price. People can borrow, lend, but it's all online for people to see free anyhow. And that was all online before, but then Facebook burned down my account. Almost 5,000 friends, 10 pages with all the evidence, messages that people had sent me, put me in the picture. And then Facebook, one day just completely disabled my account. All the truth, all the evidence, was all there for everyone to see. So then, I had to put more out onto the forum, put a couple of books on Amazon. So if anyone is interested, there it is. And it's the truth that sets us free. Even if a majority of people believe a monster black lie is true, still doesn't make a monster black Sandringham serial killer lie true. So, well, anyhow, I'm going to hit my happy trails. And which way shall I go? North, south, east, west? And it's like now with the wheat fields, you see all the wheat all now coming up. It's harvest time. And like Jesus said, the wheat and the tares will grow together. When that harvest time comes, there'll be those who will go into the kingdom of heaven, and those who will remain and be trapped and eternally enslaved in the kingdom of darkness. So, whose harvest are you going to be in? Satan and the fallens, or the Lord Jesus Christ, God's only begotten Son, the one God sent to set and make the captives free, which is me and you, the Ark of the New Covenant. So, anyhow, God bless, keep sweet, and we'll speak again soon. Bye.